Hello, hello. I'm showing. Okay, there it is. Audio output is captured. Excellent. All right. So, what is going on here? Hey, Dom. I can see you in chat. Y'all let me know if things aren't right. So, yeah, my game got canceled tonight. Boo. Boo on that. How did I scare you? Hello, Dom. Thanks for coming. And then DM Quicksilver is there too. And we're just waiting on this to load. So let's go ahead and do a little review of where we are here. So here's where we are. Oh, this feels good. Like I just pull this up and just check these things off sometimes, just because it feels good. And I could make outposts, but I think I don't want to yet. That's where we are right now. It looks like a wild city appears. Hey, city, thanks for showing up. Yeah, I was a little bummed, and I was like, I'm going to stream. And I'm going to stream something that I haven't streamed before, which is me doing something that I don't know how I'm going to do it. I have no clue how I'm going to do this, y'all. I have no clue. The problem is that I keep on making things more complex because it looks better, and then I get to it and I'm like, shit, that's complex. So what I need to do here is I need to make this modular. Oh, well, I didn't finish my little introduction. I got distracted by City. You distracted me, City. Let's see. So what we have here, yes, so I made Derelict, so I went ahead and made Swamp, because I've been meaning to make Swamps, and I had to sort of negotiate the fact that while working on this map vendor stuff, my Roll20 stuff is suffering a little bit, so I'm getting back on track and back to the Roll20 stuff that I want to make, and Swamps is next on that list. Modular Mines is there too, and I made those for some of these map vendor ones. I made some cool mine assets, but now it's time to make some, it's time to focus on Swamp. So depending upon how this goes, I might end up switching after doing this, and might work on another map. I might work on some swamp assets that I need to work on, and stuff like that. City says, I distract everyone, Sam's head on table. Anyway, thank y'all for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. That's very cool of y'all. So here's where we're at. So what I'm trying to do is make this modular. And so in order to do that, I need to, I'll show you how I do this. Okay. So it's really not that bad. The only reason why this is complex is because I have so many, whoops, well, that doesn't matter. It's an easy fix. This has so many layers, so I need to figure out how to cut my layers. That's going to be the complex part of here. But really, the essence of making this modular is as simple as this. So what I have to do is I have to take everything that's right here and put it over here. And everything that's right here has to go up here, and everything that's right here has to go right there, if that makes any sense at all to y'all. City says, I think I put Dom to sleep on my last stream. You can monetize that. You can monetize that. Those of us who are having a hard time sleeping, you can do a Betty Buy stream for us, City. And those of us who are suffering from the ability, do not currently have the ability to sleep, can come over to your stream, and I will tip you quite readily if you can put my mind to sleep some nights. Like, let me tell you, that's gonna have to be decluttered. Like, I can't do that. That's too much. That's too much. I'm gonna have to do something about that. But at 2 in the afternoon, hey, yeah, okay. City says at 2 in the afternoon that might cause some issues. No. You need to do like a 10 p.m. stream, man. All right. And then the issue for me is that once I get these made, how do I make this into an easy template where I can do stuff with it in other places. That's also an issue. But we're going to focus on this one giant problem at a time. So it looks like we're going to have the water. These are my water layers. The water is going to be one part of my problem. Okay. So that's one problem to solve. And then I'm also going to need to do this and see what it's like blending it with other set or with other, I don't know. This is just gonna be a second. Why do I keep making my shit more difficult? What is that? Is that my debris? Yeah, that's my ground debris. Okay. So it looks like let's keep that one separate. Okay, so that's going to leave us with these layers. Okay, those need to be merged. So that'll leave us with 3 layers plus an upper asset layer. The city says I can't stream that late in an apartment, so I'd irritate people like more than I already do. Oh, you don't irritate people? Well, not us. I don't know. The normal screw normal people, man. We get you. We get it. We absolutely get it. All right. So that's part of my problem, and how this actually works in the long term we're about to see. But all right. And in the past, I had always merged my modular outer stuff as one thing, and that caused me some issues. So I don't think I'm going to do that. And y'all are going to see very quickly what's about to happen here. So I think I need my upper stuff and my lower stuff to be separate. And I need to do a couple of other things. So anything that's not City says, can you lower your mic just a bit? You're breathing technically. Yeah, let me move my mic. How about that? I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly where perfect placement is. So I just moved my mic and I lowered it a little bit. How's that? Hello, hello. That's what I meant. Yes. Oh, lower your mic physically. Yes. Okay. If I put it above my nose, people can't hear me. If I put it below my mouth, I breathe into the mic. I really don't know how to do this. I suck at this. All right. So what I'm going to try to do is isolate all the things that aren't directly going to become a part of my modular deal here, and I'm going to remove them. And then I'm also going to, I think, put this into a couple of categories. So I think we need stuff that, like maybe 3? I don't know. Let's find out here real quick. Alright, well first off, everything that's on this side can actually go away. We don't need any of that, because that's going to get replaced. That's going away. Let's take that away. If it doesn't cross the boundary of that middle of that L that I made, if it doesn't cross that boundary, I don't need it. It's just extra. So I'm going to get rid of it. And just so y'all know, one of the things that one of the assets that I have yet to make is I want to make some I want to make some fishies and some snakes to drop in the water as shadows. I want to make shadow versions of those. So that's one thing I want to make. Is my music still playing? Okay, there we go. Oh, and yeah, pretty much everything outside of here can just go away. Oops. So all this other stuff's going to go away. Alright. Well, once again, we can just do this. Alright, okay, back. Welcome back, City. Thanks for hanging out. So, City, I was saying that one thing I don't have in here right now that I want to make maybe tonight after I get done with this is I want to make shadows of fishes and snakes to put in the water. Like I'm really happy with how these maps turned out last night. Worked on them for I don't know 5 hours, maybe 6 hours. But and these assets and everything. One thing I'm not happy about is the water looks really just it feels like there's stuff I could do with there, and I am gonna have versions where I have like docks and stuff. Um, Thanks. I despise doing laundry. I mean, who likes doing laundry? I had a friend in high school um, who liked doing laundry. Whenever he got frustrated or anything like that, like his go-to thing was cleaning the house and doing laundry. Um, but I but I strongly feel like he's in the minority of human beings. I think boulders are entirely out. I don't think any boulders cross that threshold. Do we want to make a boulder cross that threshold? Do I want to put this guy right here? And this guy right there, I'm kind of the mind if you're not going to cross the threshold, get out. So I don't know if y'all see. You'll see what this is doing here in a little bit. It's going to come together. I know it looks. I don't know if what I'm doing makes any sense at all right now, but I promise I've done this before, and last time it worked. which is which is all I can really promise. I have done this before, and last time I was successful. These things I can say as truth. Um, See, City says he's weird, not a good kind of weird though, like a kind of weird, city level weird, one would say. Swamps, where are the gators? So I did find one. Let's see if it's back up. Pixabay was acting up for me earlier. Oh, it's back. The problem is finding royalty-free art that's top-down that I can extract. Should probably mute it when I do. I'm looking for some gators for you, City. I have not found any at the correct angle yet. But we might be able to do you some gators, yeah. There, aha! Found one. I think that could almost work. I think that could almost work. Huh, there's a lot of pages of gators. Well, no, you put something in my head. You can't do that, man. You can't put things in my head when I'm map making. Look. When you things in my head when I'm map making. Things happen. Let's put another. Let's put this doohickey over here. What is that? Is that large tree? Let's move around large tree too, to have a little bit more of this bank exposed. What's that under there? Is that medium tree? Yeah. Oh, oh crap! I cut some off both those. Well, that's no good. Well, that has to go away then. That has to as well. That's okay. We have another dead tree hanging out right over here. There we go. Wow, this is gonna make, if I'm doing this side, wow. Okay. Okay. City says you put something in my head, story of my life. Wait, does that make me an influencer? Dun dun dun. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Alright. How are your streams going, City? Don't think I'm really trying. I think I'm still not really trying to push this. I'm just doing this as like an outlet and getting some videos built up that I can have available. I think is what I'm doing. So if someone says, hey, how do you do streaming? Or how do you, do this or that? I can be like, oh, I stream that. Go check it out. I had dinner already because I was expecting to play a game, but it was a small dinner, so we'll see how that works out for me. Alright, so maybe let's... Let's maybe just put this into 2 batches. So we'll have all the plants and everything. City says, okay, I guess I get viewers but not many talkers. It's like Stream of the Walking Dead unless my buddy Ninth Spawn joins. I'll try to join when I can. What's your schedule? You want to put a... If y'all haven't, make sure and follow City. I don't have you added as a friend. That's on me, man. That's on me. I didn't have you followed either. Jesus. I'm not a good person. I'm sorry, City. She says it's one reason talking a lot while people are streaming, trying to keep things going on chat. Yeah, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It can be pretty awkward sitting here doing this by yourself. Not to say that doesn't happen. It can just be awkward. Okay. So we now have tree layer. plant and rock layer. Okay. So now, whoop. I don't know. Yeah, I am gonna have to. Do this with the ground too. So now we're gonna call this modular layer. So he says, I wouldn't have me as a friend either, more like fellow streamer associate with restraining orders. I do appreciate your self-deprecating humor. I do appreciate that. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do to make sure this stuff's okay. I'm being a little presumptuous at the moment. To hopefully make sure this stuff snaps into place correctly. Well, that doesn't bode well. Okay, so we're gonna grab this stuff. Um, okay, and that's pretty important. What I just did is I'm making sure that it lines up to the pixel level. All right. Oh, I made a boo boo, but I think I can fix it. Oh wait, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. So now, so this thing has to go over there, and now we have to do this. Whoop. Now we have to do this with all of them. All right. Yep. Let's go ahead and you know what? I made another boo boo. Hold on a second. All right. I need to do this real quick. Because I'd be really sad if I messed this up and didn't have backups. Who said he's been talking? I like to say things that are funny, self-deprecating or not. Yeah, fair enough. I like to be out among the people. I mean, little people. I mean, people forget that I said anything about little. That moment when creating a Christmas wish list, you want to add tabletop RPG stuff, but nobody in your family will buy them. Of course, that's what gift cards are for. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so... God, I wish there was an easier way to do this. And by easier, I mean less stressful. I mean, that might work. Since I have something in every corner, that actually might work really well. But that's just basically based upon, um, yeah, that's not. I don't know if that's going to work for this one. Yeah, it might. It might. That might work. All right. So we can actually test this now. Where did that come from? Oh well, we'll find that out in a moment. And I do want to figure out where the hell that is. There it is. I mean, I think that worked. Looks like it worked. Okay. Except for some little pieces I missed running around. Yeah, I think that worked. So that's the first. Oh, shit. Well, in my defense, City, I was very clear about the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's see. Spreading the lurv. Yeah, thanks for spreading the lurv. All right. Well, right now you're the only person in here. Well, that's talking. You're the only person that's sitting here. Proof to the fact that I have literally no idea what I'm doing. Whoa, what? It says I have 9 people watching. Where the hell did that happen? Um, hey, Papa. Papa Fox Tacos says this isn't Dreadmere. No. This is me making a modular swamp. And then hopefully you'll get to see. And then if I have time before Alyssa comes on, um, maybe you'll get to see me make some assets too. I want to make some alligators and snakes and fish and stuff. Well, I want to make shadows from other assets that I have. Save. Sure. This file isn't too big yet. But now all I can do is talk because it's gonna. See, City says right after I talked about it, sure, it's totally unrelated. Well, yeah. City says, in my defense, I was left unsupervised. That's how I feel when I mess stuff up. I'm like, well, you left me unsupervised. All right. So just so people know, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get this stuff over here and this stuff up here. All right. So let's hopefully. There's nothing in the corners to anchor it. No, I'm gonna have to do this. Let's do this. Actually, I'm going to take off that tree layer for a minute so it won't distract me. Okay, I think that worked. Now we just have to do this a few more times. Yep, there's nothing down in there, so we don't have to worry about that for this layer at least. But I do have to grab this stuff and move this stuff over, or up, I shall say. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. Remove this up here. Oh shit. I didn't move it up. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. I think that worked. I think we're almost good to go on this one. And this ground ones should be easier. Should be. There's some stuff off screen that that I didn't want to bog us down, so I just made a new layer, plant layer. It's actually plants and rocks, but that'll work. Okay, and I need to actually do that with my one up above it too. Here in a second, I need to delete everything. Bam. All right. Okay, there we go, y'all. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. Papa. We've got lots of conversation going on. Dungeon Master's Forge. Hey, Dungeon Master's Forge. Modular Swamp. City says, hi everyone, it's come in. I didn't say hello to you yet. Papa Top Fox says hello. DMF says, hey City. City says, more tacos. I mean talkers. Papa Fox says, right the first time. The swamp needs more tacos. City says, taco gators. Papa Fox Taco says, ooh. City says, I wear sombreros and I have big dropping mustaches. Let's see. Not. Well, I'll get to you in a second, Papa. Papa says gators are bad with stereotypes. That way they're like, what are you going to do about it? I'm a gator. City says I'm going to play my guitar and join the fiesta. Papa Fox Taco says suggesting some larger passes of deeper, darker water. Sure, but that's not what we're doing right now. That's definitely doable. But what I'm doing right now is making a border. So this is and then I can have in the individual areas I can have some like that, but this is really this is something for me to connect my swamps with, if that makes sense. So most of this is going away. You're going to be what you're going to see is going to be something different. But you'll see what I'm doing here in a second, I think. Well, yeah, you are, because I'm going to do it, and then you're not going to see anything else. So what I'm going to do now is all this. So let's hide this. So literally all this stuff goes away because we don't care about it. All we care about is that stuff right there. We don't care about anything else. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. So now I'm trying to think, which hurts my brain. I think we want to take the feather off. And we want to cut this stuff out without the feather. Okay, now this part becomes easier. Then that last part I did was more difficult. Ooh, this water might be difficult. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Okay. Hold on a second. Oh, I don't think I even care about this water, do I? Oh, I do care about that water. Well, poo. Okay. Let's turn the water off for a second. I think that's distracting me. That's not going to work out well. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I have done this before, once. And it worked then. So, but it was also with less layers in a less complex environment. So I started with forests and started with that. So let's start off at the bottom, and maybe that'll make this easier if I'm building it up like that, because that's going to go right there. This is going to go right here, and this is going to go up there. And we'll worry about blending and stuff here in a minute. That's its own kind of separate little issue. Let's see. Concentrating on modular, on modularism at the moment. Okie dokie, artichoke, nice reads. Pop Fox, go, Josh. You can do the thing. Yeah, and we'll play. You'll get to see how this works here in a few minutes. We have like an hour until Alyssa streams, so we'll be able to you'll be able to see what I'm actually doing and why this is important. And what this actually will turn out to be once I'm done. Even though we are obviously going to have, let's see, that's a problem. Is that right there? That's not right. God, I'm doing something wrong. And I don't know what it is. What am I doing wrong? Oh wait, no. Okay, no, that is correct. That part's correct. What I'm gonna have an issue with is this right here, which I can fix. I think. So what I have to conserve, so I really need to conserve that. Like even technically like that could go away. Yeah, this is to Dom's inking. This is my like. Yeah, that should work. All right. Let's let's test this theory. Okay. That just Photoshop does that, but the seam's not there. Okay. We're gonna Control X that out, so if there's any pixels that are off canvas, they go away. Because sometimes I'll miss something and there'll be a pixel hidden off canvas that might raise its ugly head later. Alright, so let's okay. Let's do the same thing here. Let's save that. Let's Control X. So if it pastes back in and it doesn't paste into a new layer, if it just uses the old layer, that means there were no pixels off canvas. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Dungeon Master Force, and I must away already. Food calls. Have a good night, all. Good night. Well, yeah, probably. City back. Wondering if you rendered those textures yourself or you appropriated them. Papa Fox, I get them at textures.com. Some of them I'll blend together, and I have actually started using custom assets that I shot with my very own little crappy camera. That is a thing that does happen. Now this is, but textures.com, yeah, they're all licensed for commercial use, and yeah, and it's a pretty good investment. I paid, oh, how much did I pay? I spent $80 back in March. Oops. That's going to be a problem. Because I can't really solve that the same way I solved the old problem. Or can I? I can try. Like I said, this is new. I'm actually streaming something that I have no idea if I'm competent to try and do. But we're about to find out. This is gonna be so weird. This one's gonna be hard. Because I have that plant layer merged on it. Oop, just might do it. Just might do it. That might be able to work. Alright. Ooh, that one. That one right there. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to be back in a minute. Or like my brain, I'm going to be back and talking here in a minute. But this is just, this is 100% of the brain cell that I have. This is it. This is what it can do at once. Now, how this is going to blend, how well this is going to blend with the other stuff when I put it back in is a whole new like level of I don't know. All right. So he says more swamp. Oh, hey, Miss J. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. This is the official Alyssa Faden watch party. And you're hanging out with me and not Cave Geek. Awesome. Miss J, more swamp. Hi, Miss J. Yeah, he's doing modular tiles. More swamp. I'm sure you're not the only streamer who experiments live. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not. City agreed. Who doesn't experiment from time to time? Thank goodness there were tacos as a factor in the scientific method and eggs on toast. Papa Fox says eggy baskets are good. City says I said the C word the other day and I'm not apologizing. I don't know when chimichanga became a bad word, but I refuse to capitulate. Miss J says, oh, quick, everyone, write lots and lots of random stuff so he has no idea what is going on when he reads. Y'all almost did that. City play, random stuff already on it. Papa Fox, I don't use chimichanga because one, I don't think I've ever eaten one. Two, I've never read or watched Deadpool. Okay, Papa Fox, do you know what a chimichanga is? It's a fried burrito. It's a fried fucking burrito. Oh my god. It's a fried burrito. You take a burrito and you deep fry it. Oh, y'all are missing out. Oh, you know what burritos are, right? Uh, oh my gosh. Oh, modular. Okay. So what this becomes, my friends, is this. Now I know this doesn't look very cool, but it is. All right. So now we have a couple more issues that we need to solve here real quick. Oh, come on. Oh, it's because I have my feather on. Okay. God damn it. That damn water. That damn water is getting to me. That water layer. Water layer. I could redo it. I could redraw it and try to be careful of that, but this one's going to be hard if not impossible. You know what I might do here? Blurp. Blurp. Okay, let's try that. All right, we're almost there, y'all. Y'all are about to see this either come together or crash and burn. One of the two. I'm going to say odds are about 50-50. City, you want to take bets on this? Is it going to succeed or crash and burn? Well, that crashed and burned right there. Shit. God damn it. Alright. Give me a second, y'all. Alright, so let's do a couple things here. That's gotta go. Oh. It's gotta go. Alright. That can stay. this needs to have that happen right here. I need to do it right now and not in a minute when I'm trying to cut it. Because that's part of my problem that I'm having. Okay, this. I think that's all fine. Oh, whoops. That's not fine. That's really the part that we're cutting out right there. Alright, let's make sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah. Right. Alright. Whew. Okay. Oh, Michaela, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Michaela Sims from Twitters. Love Michaela Sims from Twitters. Let's see. Oh my gosh, y'all are killing me. There's so much text. Oh my god, chimichanga, smothered in red sauce. Miss J Maps sounds like it's on the same level as deep fried Mars bars. Yeah. Papa Fox, I've had egg rolls, so I guess that counts. Miss J says, what are square spaces for? Counts, blah, blah, blah. We forgive you. A bunch of chatter. Michaela Sims stopping by. Hi is. Want to start a punk band called the Amoeba Layer. Papa Fox, I'm wanting nothing to do with that. Name's all yours, royalty free. Now it's Burned Turtle. Can't play it, I'm too old. Burned Turtle's my spirit animal. You're never too old for punk. Michaela Sims, Burned Turtle is dinner. You're never too punk for old. Yep, hi is. Yeah, hey, you missed me failing, although there's still plenty of chances to watch that. Alright. So we're making a modular swamp. Michaela, I'm sure you've seen my swamps. I know, I'm pretty sure these other folks have. But you follow me on Twitter. You see the crazy shit I'm posting. You see the crazy shit I'm laying down. Thanks for dropping by. You're awesome. Yeah, okay. I love my mother trucker. Are there no pixels there? I mean, if there are no pixels there, I'm just going to hit the delete button a few times because that'll make that easier. Okay. Is there pixels there? Yes, there are pixels there. So those need to go up here. Okay, and then this needs to go up here. Oh, phooey. Yeah, I think that's probably right. Check that real quick. Okay. So if I did that right, God, this is what I get. Why can't I ever make anything easy? I'm hoping to actually show you why this is cool, because I'm sure it just looks like I'm doing a bunch of nonsense. And I am doing a bunch of nonsense, but it's a bunch of nonsense that becomes magic. There we go. Okay. That's what I was wanting to do. Okay. Now... Oh, that's perfect too. Okay. So I put a feather. It's a 10-point feather, so that's basically a blend, right? Is what that means, I think. So it doesn't get all the pixels, it just gets some of them. Okay. So that's what we have left. Which, yeah, that is what it is. Okay. Not sure if I like that. Well, we might actually just hang out for a second here and just leave that like that. Okay. Save me, Tom Cruise. Sure, save. Kayla Sims says, all caught up, man, gotta make dinner. Yes. City says, oops, I need to change my spirit animal. Failing is my new spirit animal. Papa Fox says, funny how that species isn't extinct yet. Failing. Michaela, thanks. I'll catch y'all later. Yeah, thanks for dropping in. City failing keeps its populations level high on a regular basis. No chance of them ever getting extinct. Papa Fox says, ironic. City says, if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth doing. Save. City breeding is the only thing failing doesn't fail at. It's like stupid. Stupid isn't going away anytime soon. That is true. I is here. Alright. Alright, so... Yeah, so, I mean, theoretically, we have our modular tiles. And I know y'all are thinking, who gives a flying fuck, right? I'm potty mouth right now. It's what happens when my game gets canceled. I get cranky. So we're going to toss these original modular textures. Okay. So now what we have to do is we have to put these in the right spots. Ship. We don't care about ship. So these go over here. These go up here. Alright, and here in a second you're actually going to see some of the magic start to happen. At least in theory. I just realized I need to leave. I need to. Boy, y'all. We need to save this to, or we need to isolate this and put this somewhere where it won't get lost. Okay. Modular 1. Alright. Let's see. So he said, I give flying far from groovin', flying fork, flying fronds. No, that would jump the shark. Miss J flippin' heck. Botherations. Botherations. Alright. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use this to make a modular map. Use that stuff that I made. So let's start with. I am going to start with the ground just because I'm really curious to see how well I did there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these layers. These layers are going to go above the grass layers. Actually, they're going to go above all of the layers except the water, and then this water is going to go above that. I know that looks funky, right? Okay, so let's hide that stuff for a minute. Now we're going to do this part that I almost did earlier. Okay, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away. I'm really not sure how that modular water is going to interact. Which is one reason why I didn't want to do this feather on that. I might have to do something else with that. But we're going to figure that out here in a second. And if this works, then this is going to be the template by which I'm making any and all of modular swamps that I do. Alright. Oh shit. Boy, y'all are watching me fuck up a lot tonight. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Alright, Mr. Watch your mouth. I mean, I'm the one swearing. Botherations is my favorite. Inherited from my grandmother. It's about that I hear that with a Southern American accent. Papa Fox jealous. My Grammys didn't leave me anything except for male pattern baldness. Miss J Maps very bad. Should be pure pommy. City says pomegranate. City says, oh look, a word in the series is yawn. Miss J Pommy equals English. Pommy equals prisoner of mother country. What's prisoner of mother country? Miss J, why do they call the English palms? Indeed, BBC itself has used the phrase upon occasion. There are several etymologies for pommy or palm. The best documented of these is pommy originated as a Are y'all doing this to mess with me? Like going off on a rant, and so I'm sitting here reading this. According to the explanation, pomegranate was Australian rhyming slang for immigrant. Y'all are crazy. I don't know what's going on. Papa, I attempted to design a modular water system for D&D terrain. The ice was at the main segments of waterway, restricting to entering and exiting the tiles in the middle 3 inches of any side of a tile, no matter what it did in the middle. That's really cool. That's really cool. Ended up having to design corner tiles as well. Yeah, yeah. This whole modular thing. This whole thing, man. This whole fucking thing. It is a whole thing. All right. I think we're gonna have to do this water stuff sooner than later. Because I think this water stuff sort of this determines a lot. So what we're gonna do. Oh. Hide all that with a layer mask. Here's the problem: is that normally when I do those layers, they're opaque, and these aren't. These these water layers were 60% opacity, so that kind of messes with things a little bit. Maybe I should have put them underneath the ground like I normally do. It would have made my life a little bit easier, I think. But, I mean, I don't know. You live and learn, really. Alright, so now we're going to... So what I'm doing is I'm removing all of this stuff. I'm going to do the same for here. And hopefully what we're about to see is some, well, number one, I want the water to be the same color. The other thing that I want is I want us to see places where we can start manipulating these maps. Yeah. See, like right here. So what we're going to do here and hopefully, let's turn that off for a minute. Yeah. Boy, I said a big pile of fail, didn't I? All I have to do is get this to work once, y'all. That's it. If I can get this to work once, that's all I have to be able to do. And if I can get this to work one time, oh, there it is. Fucking there it is. Right there. Now why is that so weird? Where's that line from? Is that line from grass? Yeah, it's from that somewhere along the way. Where was that line from? Cause see this I can actually pull back a little bit if I want to. As much as I need to, and then there we go. There it is. There it is. I'm getting it. I'm getting it, y'all. Okay, so I think what's going to be probably actually the best idea here is I do have one problem with this particular setup is that I'm only ever going to have water that's running north-south. Which means I might have to scrap this whole thing and do it again. Or I can just have pools or something, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to scrap this last hour and a half or whatever might have been just hour might have been just a giant thought exercise. God damn it. But I think I have it figured out, or at least the bulk of it, and I think and that's the hard part, right? It's getting this stuff figured out. But I think I have, I don't know, I think I have it figured out. What I figured out is I'm not going to do swamps this year. We're going to wait until next year to do swamps. I'm just kidding. But I mean, technically it works. It's just if I stick to this configuration, then I'm literally stuck with north-south swamps. Shit. Let's see what's going on. Um, I still don't know what you were aiming for. Modular forest swamp tiles. Yeah, modular swamp tiles. The tiles should mix and max no matter which side they join. And I don't do mine like all of the sides have to join Papa Fox. It's just as long as you drop them where they are where they lay and they join, then they join. So you really have two two sides like east-west match and north-south match. Miss J, do they have to stay at 60% opacity? Yeah, that's a good question, Miss J. Ooh, I get the tile thing now. The frames are fixed and don't change this bits. Yeah, City. Time to go. Well, thanks for hanging out, City. Let's see, bigger tiles for swamps. Pop Fox, you're going to have to design more than one type of tile and make the water flow uniform where it exits the tile. Um, I mean, I don't plan on putting in a water flow, Papa Fox. I haven't on any of my water maps yet. If there is one for a specific one, I'll make water flow, but otherwise, I literally ignore the fact that water flow exists. Turn the 9 degrees, and you have east-west. Yeah, no, I'm just doing. I'm just gonna have I'm just gonna have two sides. So instead of having four sides that match, I'm gonna have two and two that match. That match. Um, yeah, this is gonna shit. Yeah, I'm scratching that whole thing. I'm scratching that whole thing. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. All right. Well, but now I know what I need to do. Um, don't give up. Just go. Oh, I'm not giving up. No, I know what I need to do. I just failed at my first go at it on stream. But you know, that's not. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'm fine with that. So I think I saved all those. So I think yeah, I put the modular stuff in there, so it's not gone. All right. Let's try this again. No need to ask me to save. 'Cause no need to ask me to save. Or tell me to save, as it were. Okay. So we're going to try this again, but hopefully we're going to do this a lot faster this time, y'all. Because what we're going to do, so now that I understand what I want. So actually what that means is me kind of reconfiguring this a little bit. So it also gives me the opportunity, if I want to move the water down, and if I wanted to flatten the water against the dirt and flatten all this, now would actually be the time to do it. I'm trying to decide if that's a good idea or not, but let's go ahead and oh, and that's why I had the water above that too, is because I had the water sitting on top of the grass layer, so I could have some stuff going on underneath the water. Although I actually kind of like that effect. The grass on top of the water, that looks very swampy to me. I think I might like that more. Um, design one tile, then clone it. Then move it just below. Make sure that one matches first. Then do one on the right side. Make sure that. I mean, I understand how to do this, Papa Fox. It's just that so I have so many layers going on here that I have to do it layer by layer. I can't just clone, like it's literally impossible for me to clone the entire thing. And then I have to I have to break it down into its component parts and I have to clone each of those, right? Um, and so it makes it a little like I don't yeah, I'm not sure an easy way to do what you're saying to do. Cause and then I have to blend it to the new textures that are going it in the middle. Yeah, I am doing it a hard way because, like I said, I don't know of an easy way to do it, man. Because I've got a million layers over here on the side that all have to be. Yeah, I can flatten it, sure. But then I can't flatten it and then like yeah, I'm still not sure what you're saying. Because once I flatten it, I can't reintegrate it into my new assets, right? Like I can't blend it once it's flattened. I can't I can't. So right now I'm having to like break it apart and then clone each piece, and then I can insert my new stuff in seamlessly where you can't tell, right? Um, I can pull up. Let's see. I can pull up an example. Like I said, I've done this before. I've done this 4 times now, 3 times now. Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, and I have to I have to be able to make it look like to trick the eye. I need to be able to like break it out in pieces, if that makes sense. Which is why I have to do it kind of piece by piece. Um, in my last one, so like in my town maps, I had like a tree layer, a house layer. No, I had tree and house layer flattened, and I really regretted that. Like so, my town maps, I flattened that into just two modular pieces, my upper layer and my lower layer. My upper layer had trees and houses and stuff, and then my lower layer had ground and road. Um, and so, okay, yeah. Yeah, and I really regretted only flattening it in those, like flattening all of those tree layers and house layers. I that was something that was a thorn in my side for a while. So I kind of didn't want to do it this time. So I wanted to try to give myself more room by making more layers. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix our problem that we have here. And our problem here that we have is that we don't have enough east-west stuff. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to be lucky to get anywhere in like a semblance of having this look decent before Alyssa's stream starts, but that's okay. That's okay. We're okay. We're just fine. Yeah, so, and well, here's the good news though. I know this might seem, so this is one of those things that once I have it done, not only will I get better at it, but it's also, once it's done, it's sort of done. Like this is just something else that I can use from here and in perpetuity. Actually, I don't even need the rest of those. Actually, I kind of don't. I just need that one. And really, I just need this part. And the rest of this can really go away, right? Um, so what I'm doing right now, and remember, I do have this, like, I do have a backup of this, so I'm not, so what I really need is a good design. I was going to try to do it like that, because I figured if I did it that other way, then that, let's see, it would look more natural, but let's actually maybe design a piece that's specifically for this purpose. Which, if I can do it in a way that feels natural, I'll be okay with that, but I want it to feel natural. And just so y'all know, I mean, I will get this done. This is gonna happen. But I want it to happen in a way that that it's happening in a way that I like, basically. What's going on up there? What's that? Oh, that's that. Alright. See what's going on. Damages wake. I can imagine I'm trying to keep all the layers too. Papa Fox, possible design assets so they easily blend into the flattened look. Yeah, Papa Fox. Yeah, it is Papa Fox. Absolutely. Like design an alligator so it looks like it's emerging from the water attack. Yeah. I mean, if y'all want to take a break, I could actually go make some assets for a minute instead of doing this, but I'm one of those people, I kind of got my teeth sunk into this now. So now I'm kind of but don't worry, you're gonna be able to see, like, I should be done with this by the end of the night tonight, like come hell or high water. Like, I feel like it's just gonna happen. And when I do, I can share it and make sure you guys see it. Cause yeah, I'm gonna do this now. Like, I'm too invested to not do this. I was gonna try to do it the other way, and that's just not working out. So I was gonna try to take a map I'd already used and make it look kind of natural, which was my first idea. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. If it doesn't happen that way, it doesn't happen that way. Although I am going to go ahead and turn on... Where's stuff? Come here, stuff. So let's take... So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of breathing room here and just... and build that out just a little bit. Okay. The thing is now, though, since I'm redoing it, we could make this a little bit more interesting. We can make this a little bit more interesting. Because we're doing this intentionally, like very intentionally. So we need to leave this alone, and we need to leave that alone up there, if at all possible. And people are going to be able to walk over here and over here. So it's up there and up there, and then a little bit up here. We could do, and it's swamp. So there doesn't have to be like water flows, at least not in the traditional sense. So we can kind of mess with that a little bit. Okay. I think this will end up looking better. This will end up looking better, y'all. It's good. It's all good. It's all you, man. That's not worried. Yeah, no, I'm not, dude. I just don't usually stream this stuff. But this happens. I mean, it doesn't happen with every new set, but it certainly happens. This is hardly an anomaly. It's part of what happens. Well, and like I said, I could do this pretty easy if I turned all of the ground into a layer and all of the upper stuff into a layer and did it like that. Like I could get this done. But I've done that before, and I didn't like some of the long-term repercussions of that. So this is a part of that. This is born out of mistakes that I've made in the past, where I was like, I wish I hadn't done it that way. And so now I'm trying to do it a little bit different, and that means it's harder because number one, I haven't done it quite to this layer of complexity before. But I am doing it for a reason. Because I've made mistakes in the past, and now I'm trying to do something a little bit different. Did y'all hear my dog whine? She didn't do it very often. She's not very vocal. Plus, hopefully now, if I'm doing what I think I'm doing, I'm also going to make some of these easier to kind of transfer over. Okay. All right. We are, I think, going to ditch the paths and the debris and the dark water. We're going to ditch all those. We're also, are we going to ditch the water plants? Let's see. Pup Fox can also design ruined, half-rotted, sunken wooden plank walkways to place at random places. I can. I most definitely can. And I'm... Oh, you're giving me ideas, man. Yeah, because I do want to have boards in here. I have boards in my asset, Swamp Asset PSB, to place around and maybe do like half sunken and stuff like that, which is one reason why I wanted a water level with opacity so that I can actually place stuff under. I thought about doing that as a part of the modular border, but that's one thing that kind of has hurt me on some of my other maps where I did that. So, Miss J, lots of little swampy bogs. I suppose you could make a few corner tiles with the forest lake to get bigger ponds. Or, yeah, I mean, and these are 25 by 25, so they're pretty big. If I want to have a big bog, I could actually do like a 50 by 50 and do that, or I could do like a 25 by 50 or something like that. Ooh, that's actually a good idea. I like that idea. A 25 by 50 bog. So I think we're going to actually, I think water plants, I think they're going to die as a part of this. I think we're not going to include them. They've been uninvited from the party. All right. Yeah, and here's some. I'm actually going to make that something else I need to make is I need to make some modular ivy. I made these vines and they're okay, but on close inspection I really don't care for them. So I'm actually going to try that again. That's something else I was going to try to work on tonight. Yeah, I'm just not. They didn't do exactly what I wanted them to do. They got close, but they didn't quite do it. So I'm ditching them. I mean, I still have them saved somewhere. Oh, Alyssa's on. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Are y'all ready to go get Alyssa? I'm ready to go get Alyssa. And next time y'all come back, you're going to watch. See, my victories never get streamed. That's not true. I've had some good streams. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's go get Alyssa. Let's go raid Alyssa. So anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me and watching me spend hours fucking up. But I'm going to go raid Alyssa. That way I can go get a whiskey and I can have a drink and keep working on this shit. But yeah, so thank you all for hanging out. I'll do this again soon. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out. Wow, look at all these people. Angel of Flight, Commander Root, DM Quicksilver, Demille, Electric Calling Board, Host Me Raffle, Lurks, Miss J Maps, and Papa Fox Tacos. Man, Dom, you're still there. Miss J, cool. I can stop double tapping and listen to you both. That's awesome that you're doing that. That's so cool. All right. Well, thank you, everybody.